Okay, guys. Good evening. DJ Styles here, Custom Corpses. Um, so I think I owe you guys a big update. I mean, I haven't really been doing anything. It's because I've been really, really tied down between my mother-in-law, my own health, and now my brother's having problems. So it's been crazy. My sister's also having problems. That's a whole nother problem. So everything's it's all physical too. It has nothing to do with financial or any of that stuff. It's crazy. Just been really dealing with a lot. Um, Mother-in-law is 91 years old. She's in a nursing home slash rehab, but I don't know if she's going to make it out of there as far as uh, living outside of there. I think she's going to be there uh, permanently, and that's one thing we're dealing with. My brother's battling serious diabetes, and he was in and out of the hospital over this course of 2 weeks. Um, he may need kidney dialysis before it's over. So things are bad. Right now, things are really bad. My own health, I'm trying to keep it perfect and preparing for my surgery. So I have a lot going on, and that's why you haven't seen me on the channel. It's just been really, really, really hard. I haven't been able to get anything done. But here, you know what I want to do? I'm going to show you guys the sculpture. It's done. I just have to, there's one thing. Hold on. I'm unplugging my chair. There we go. Sorry. I was unplugging my chair. I had to turn my camera upside down. I ordered I ordered, there she is. It's finished. It's really ready for silicone, and I plan on doing that over the next couple of, I think after the weekend. It's supposed to warm up. We're supposed to get a lot of warm weather. As soon as that happens, I have two things to do. I've got to paint a mask and hair it and send it off to somebody. And I'm going to do the finishing touches to this sculpture, which is nothing but texturing. I just have to texture it. Looks like it's almost complete, but it still needs a little texturing. And then I'm going to silicone this, and this will be the master copy of uh, the one-to-one flashback, or FB78. That's what this one's called. And it looks amazing. I have to say, I don't think I could have done a better job. I just have to finish it. And I know, I mean, I don't, anybody want to comment? I can, probably wondering where I've been. I'm battling with my own health issues. I'm dealing with my mother-in-law. This is 91, and she kept falling. And every time she falls, we have to call an ambulance because you don't know if she broke something. Complaining of her hip hurting, complaining of her leg hurting. Oh, it's just a nightmare. They found double infections, an infection in both legs, should I say. So she was in the hospital for 5 days and getting the infection under control. And she's just getting too old to take care of herself. That's just what happens to us. So she's in a rehab because she kept falling. So they figured they'd put her in rehab for a couple of weeks to strengthen her legs. And that's what they're doing. And hopefully it happens. I don't know. She may not ever get back. She may have to stay in a nursing home. The place she's at right now is called Crest Haven, and it's both a nursing home and a rehab Yo, Takeoff Vision. See, I haven't seen you in a while, man. Yeah, this thing's amazing. This really is. I'll do profiles. Hold on. Let me back up. I'll do change the angle so you can see it. What do you think of that? So this thing's ready. It just has to be siliconed and yeah, I think we're really close to a really good replication of the flashback mask. I'm just turning it so we can see it from both angles. I'll give you a profile of it. Let me give you a profile. There's a profile so you can see it. Yeah, it's been crazy, man. I've really been dealing with a lot of health issues around here between my own and preparing for surgery. This coming Monday, I'm going to know my date of when they're going to do the gastric bypass. And it should be, I'm guessing February, sometime in February, then I'm going to get the gastric bypass. And then I'm out of commission for probably a good 3 or 4 weeks because I can't lift anything. I won't be allowed to lift anything. Takeoff vision. I don't know whether I should add the seam lines. I don't think there's seam lines on the actual flashback mask. If I remember correctly, there were no seam lines on the flashback. Um, I don't think there was. And the glue lines, you can either put your own in. I think I'm going to actually add the glue lines, but I want to make them so faint, just a guideline, because I'm still going to add glue to the mask like it's supposed to have. Um, but I am going to do the glue lines. But the seam line, I don't think I'm going to do because I don't think there's a seam line because when they and this is I've been talking to some people about this. When they did the actual flashback mold, it was a one-piece mold, just like I'm doing. It wasn't done in a two-piece mold. And that's the only reason you have a seam line is because it's a two-piece mold. That's what causes a seam line is a two-piece mold. Uh, I think they did the same thing I'm doing, my technique with a one-piece mold. I'm not sure how they did theirs, but I heard it was a one-piece mold. So, and that's why there was no seam line in the mask. So, at least every picture I've seen so far, you don't see a seam line. As a matter of fact, I can't look at that right now, can I? Can I look at that? I know I uploaded some pictures. I'm just trying to remember. I can't look while I'm streaming. I uploaded some pictures. I'm 99.9% sure there's no seam line because that was the one thing that changed my mind from putting a seam line on it was the fact that the actual flashback didn't have them. So, with that being said, I'm going to say I'm going to look at these pictures again. If there's a seam line on it, then I'll put a seam line. If not, there's not going to be a seam line. That's simple. But yeah, this is pretty accurate. I think I finally got the eye cut slants correct. I've done a lot of, I'm sorry for yawning, but man, my days have been brutal. It's just I've been really up and flying around taking care of people, including myself. Brother's not well, sister's not well. Um, I'm not well, uh, and my mother-in-law is not well. So it's been a battle. I wanted to update you guys. There's looking down on it. Yeah, this thing's nice. This mask is going to be really nice. Now that's looking straight at it. Because remember, it's leaning backwards. It's leaning back some on the platform, but that's when you're looking straight at it. This is what it looks like. I can't wait till this is done. Yeah, man. But I'm just doing an update here. I'm going to silicone this after this weekend. I know it's supposed to warm up, which is thank God because I got work to do. I got to paint a mask and I also have to hair a mask and I have to silicone this and mold it and do a stone mold. And I don't want to do the stone inside. I'm really trying to do it outside. And with the cold, freezing temperatures, I don't want to turn on my spigot because I'm afraid I'll burst my pipes. So, anyway, guys, this is it. We are almost to the finish line with this. And I just want to texture it a little bit better. But this is the finished flashback. There's a downward look at that face. And it looks so good. It really is close. That is so accurate. All right, guys. Peace. I'll see you on the next video.